spoke to, I think, 60,000 plus people at Edmonton's Commonwealth Stadium. Then he flew out to Quebec. You went to cover the event. How did things go?
So, first of all, he arrived really late on the first day. His flight was postponed, and afterwards he postponed all the events. So it was supposed to arrive on the Abraham Field and at the Citadel around, I think at the beginning was supposedly to be 3 in the afternoon, and being on the field about 4 in the afternoon. But at the end, he arrived around 7 at night. So it was really a long day to wait, but the crowd was there. A lot of people were really excited to see him, and everything went well both of the day, because this morning I went to the Basilica Saint-Anne-de-Beaupré, and it's where he did give another apologize ceremony there. And so a lot of people were there. Big screen was outside for people that was not allowed to be inside, was able to see the ceremony outside as well. The Pope had his pap mobile, that we call, and he just like passed into the crowd, kissed a lot of baby, and yeah, that was something that a lot of people was waiting. I would say that most of the people who were there were mostly South America or Central America, and a lot of people were Aboriginal as well. So not much French Canadian was there. What I was able to see with my eyes.
Interesting. Now, Alexa, you said that the Pope was able to kiss a lot of babies. I would think that Premier Legault must be blowing his stack over that. I mean, Quebec was certainly one of the most locked down provinces during the pandemic. It was the only one that had a curfew. And now all of a sudden, kissing strangers is okay. I mean, I'm saying that sort of in jest, but in a way not, because look at how many people had their lives made miserable because we were supposed to mask up, stay 2 meters away from one another. And I guess that's all gone out the window, at least depending on who you are.
Yeah, so at the beginning, they took like the Festival of Quebec as I would say, as a cause of rising case in the hospital. And now the Pope came, and now all vulnerable people are in the field, but this is not a problem anymore. But Legault is really promoting, if you're in presence of a vulnerable person, you should wear a mask. But what we saw so far, Legault and Trudeau was in presence of the Pope, that is 86 years old and not really in good shape, but none of them was wearing a mask.
Geez, you know, I still can't figure out the motive of this COVID-19 virus and who it decides to attack and whatnot. But getting back to the meat of the story, Alexa, certainly the Pope is making more, very genuine, it would seem, apologies to me. But there are those that say, hey, words are not enough, and that the Vatican has vast resources of wealth. And how about compensation? How about getting programs in place to those dozens and dozens of native reserves that still don't have clean drinking water in this year of 2022? How do you feel about that?
So first of all, what I heard this morning at the radio, the whole trip of the Pope in Canada, the cost was, what they say this morning at 98.1, it was about $100 million. On that, a part was paid by the Vatican and the church, of course, but a part was being paid from us. And they say that for Quebec, it's about $3 million that we did pay for having the Pope over. But I was asking people, what do you think? Should we have invest that money into the community to have a good drinking water and better facilities and better like a place to live for them? Or should we had like the Pope over? Some people were, yeah, it's a good thing to have the Pope, but some of them was like, yeah, but we have like on our reserve still problem with the running water. So I would prefer to have like drinkable water than to have a Pope over, because it's all my life that is affected by it. And as for the speech, a lot of people, not all, but some people have told me that the first speech in Edmonton was touching and more emotional. Then in Quebec, it was more look like it was mixing stuff like Ukraine war with climate change, with Aboriginal problem. So a lot of people was kind of not angry, but yeah, they were angry because they say that it seems not really authentic and sincere, especially because he never talked on the name of the church. He did talk on his name on all this process of apologize, and some of people were not happy of the result of it.
What you just saw was an excerpt from my nightly show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every weekday, I do a monologue. Usually it's about half an hour. Then I interview an interesting guest, and then we read my hate mail or my fan mail, whichever is more fun. It's only available behind a paywall, though. That's how we pay our bills here at Rebel News. We don't take a dime from Justin Trudeau. But the good news is it's only $8 a month, about half the price of Netflix. And in addition to my nightly show, you also get weekly shows from 4 other friends here at Rebel News. So you're getting 36 shows a month just for $8. I think it's worth it. And even if you're not quite sure, do it anyways, because we rely on viewers like you to keep us free and independent. I promise you I'll never take a dime from Trudeau. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com and click subscribe. Thanks.